Have you ever heard of Ebola? Chances are you have if you watch TV, go on the internet, or talk to other community members. It is important to me to clear up some of the misconceptions regarding Ebola and give you a solid background. Ebola virus disease is a severe, often fatal illness in humans. It is currently undergoing a very complex outbreak. I'd like to give you a little bit of background information about the disease, talk about the current outbreak, tell you how it's transmitted, some of the symptoms, and the possible treatment options. I'd also like to talk about the stigma surrounding survivors in Africa. Ebola was first found in 1976, according to the CDC. It was found simultaneously in two different countries, the first being Sudan and the second being the Democratic Republic of Congo. In the village in Democratic Republic of Congo, there was a river near the village named the Ebola River, and that is where Ebola got its name. Currently, according to the World Health Organization, this outbreak is the most complex and largest to date. It is also home to more deaths and more cases than all other outbreaks combined. It spreads the best where there's very little infrastructure and then healthcare facilities are not up to par. Because it spreads through bodily fluids, and if you can't clean up the bodily fluids, it's just going to keep spreading. So that's why it's been spreading so badly in different countries like Guinea and Liberia. Transmission is kind of complicated. It's thought to have come from a fruit bat, but we're not 100% sure. That is thought to be the natural host of Ebola. Animal to human transmission is generally through bodily fluid or blood when you're eating it and it's not cooked all the way, or also feces. Minors, this has been an issue with bats. Human to human transmission is also a little bit more complicated than we like it to be. We know that it's transmitted through bodily fluid, but we're not sure how long it stays alive, how transmittable it is in essence. If someone sneezes, is someone going to get it? We don't know that. Do we know if it's just blood? Do we know if it's different things? There's a lot we'd like to know about Ebola that we do not know. So currently, according to the Mayo Clinic, they just state that it is transmitted through all bodily fluids and that you need to be very cautious about that. There are a lot of symptoms that Ebola comes with, and a lot of them go with a lot of different illnesses. There's a 21-day period where you could have got Ebola and you don't have any symptoms. And generally people develop symptoms within the 21-day period, but some don't develop it till the very last day. According to WebMD, some of the symptoms include stomach pain, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, blood in the stool, puking blood up, just different things like that, weakness, muscle pains, fatigue, and also one of the biggest things is random unexplainable bruising and hemorrhages, and just bleeding, and when it gets bad, you know it's Ebola. Treatment for this, there really is no treatment. The treatment that's recommended by the CDC and by WHO is that you give the person fluids and try to keep everything going, but there's no cure. And people's bodies fight it, and that's the only way that it happens. That's why when people are done with having Ebola, they can't get it again, because we don't have a cure, their body just fought it, and now it's in their system. There are also 2 experimental vaccines that are currently going under different trials, and the 2 vaccines, they're going to probably be tested in Africa, where it's the worst. But the thing with vaccines is you never know how they're going to actually work. Sometimes when you give someone a vaccine, it could make the virus easier to get, it could make the disease easier to get. We just don't know. So there's not a lot of hope, but there's that hope out there that there's treatments coming. Life after Ebola for a lot of people who survived is not the greatest. They experience a lot of different things like muscle pain, weakness, and also swelling, which is not fun to live with. They don't fit back into their communities like they used to. People are afraid of them. Even though they're not contagious, people do not want to be around them. Children who are orphaned from Ebola are also not accepted back into their communities, and they're exiled, and it's not a good situation, and it might need to be dealt with soon. Ebola is not going anywhere anytime soon, and we might need to do something about it sooner than later. Instead of just getting afraid, we should probably start doing research and understanding it better. Currently, this outbreak is huge, but we could stop it. It's able to be contained. Look at Nigeria.